Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your guy, Steel City Recaps, here with the crew, the Steel crew. We got Zaps Takes, Steel Boomin. We're happy to be back, everybody, but not very happy on the Steelers front. Steelers fall to Cleveland 13-6. I was there. It was raining. So were my eyes, if you know what I'm saying, because a couple tears came out after that game. All right. Let's talk about it. Zap, Boomin. Zap, we'll go to you first. What's your thoughts about the game, man?
It's just we're just in the same cycle, man. It's like, what is with us in these crappy teams and us just not showing up and performing? Like, I just don't get it, especially a divisional rival too. Like, everyone keeps saying we were worried about the Myles Garrett thing, but honestly, you have to be. The dude can wreck games. So
Yeah.
I don't really think it was, oh, we were worried about him versus trying to win the game. We weren't prepared. We just weren't prepared, and that's the end of the story to me.
Yeah.
Agree.
Yeah.
Boomin, what about you?
0-4-1, man. We're 0-4-1 against teams that are 8+ games below 500.
It's bad.
That's terrible. I don't care how you slice it. I don't care if you're a Mike Tomlin apologist. Like, that's just bad. That's terrible, actually. You're supposed to crush teams, especially in that moment for what was at stake. You're supposed to go out there and just maul that team
hmm
and seal the deal. And we don't seem to have that ability to do that.
You know what
No,
I would?
no killer instinct at all.
Yeah, exactly. We had him by the neck. We had 91%, and we just couldn't pop. The playoffs we just couldn't make it happen, right?
Yeah.
But you look around the league as well. Monday night, Rams, Falcons. The Rams, one of the Super Bowl favorites, lose to the Falcons, who are out of the playoffs as of 3-4 weeks ago. Listen, the Browns game was catastrophic for the Steelers season. I think if I had one word to describe that game, that would be it. But fortunately, the Steelers won against the Lions, and they do have another shot at this, right? What I will say about the game is, like, it's got to be rigged, man, because we never lose to Cleveland. Then again, we haven't won in Cleveland since Ben in 2003. Like, we haven't won with another quarterback outside of Ben since 2003. It's ridiculous. And I think it's just the classic Tomlin trap game. It's like, come on. I think what happened was, and listen, like, this is kind of under the radar. I don't see a lot of people saying this. I think that Tomlin told them the night before, like, okay, if the Packers win, you're not playing. And then some of the players see Tyler Huntley starting. They're like, screw it. And it just messes with your brain when you think about things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, especially if being an athlete at that level, like, you got to be locked in all week. So if you're, oh, I'm probably not going to play, like, whatever, and then all of a sudden you're getting ramped up, like, that can definitely affect your performance on the field.
Look at the first two drives for the Browns. That field goal and then touchdown, Fannin, right?
Yeah.
The only points they scored off rip, and then everyone gets into it. That's what I think, because it doesn't make sense. Kyle Duggar's controller disconnected on the Fannin touchdown. I mean, like, where is that dude going? I mean, that dude wanted to watch the game or something. And I love Duggar. He had an interception later in the game, so I guess he didn't make up for it. But, like, that was the worst touchdown throw I have ever seen in my 18 years on this planet watching football. That was a terrible, 40 yards?
It was bad.
Like,
Terrible.
what?
Especially, and you're going against a tight end in that situation too. Like, you can't let that happen.
No, not at all. It was.
It wasn't a good look. But I would say this too: the defense did their job. I mean, I don't even count the last three. They held them to 10 points the whole game.
Yes, they did.
And it's like, we can't do nothing. I don't care if you're not prepared to play this game. At some point, it's like, all right, guys, let's go out here and just win this game real quick. Stop playing.
No.
I mean, when they were on that, when it was the third quarter and they had like 8 minutes of possession on that one drive, I'm like, okay, they kicked it into gear at halftime. They're about to Buffalo Bill us, right? Like, they're going to do the reverse to what the Bills did to us. They're going to control the clock, score a touchdown here. Once they go up, I have full confidence this game's over. Like, the defense has been playing great. I don't trust Shadur to try and come back on us. But, we get no points on that drive. And from an absolutely mind-boggling decision to throw a go ball to Scotty Miller on 4th and 1. Like and at that point, that's Rodgers' decision to throw that pass.
Yes,
So like,
it is.
what are we doing?
It was all bad. It was all bad. There
We're
was
following
not
the
a lot of.
script.
There was no. Yeah, we're following the script. There was not one positive thing to take out of that game on Sunday outside of the defense, specifically on offense. There was not one positive thing because the line didn't do their job, the coaches didn't do their job, the quarterback didn't do his job, and the receivers didn't do their job. Now let's talk about this. DK Metcalf.
Can I add one thing before we
Go
move
ahead.
on?
Yes, sir.
If I was to like just tell you the team had more plays, more first downs, less penalty yards, won the turnover battle, won the time of possession, had more rushing yards, like you would think that team won. Like you would think that team won. Like and we won all that was us. We won everything. And you tell me we just didn't put no points on the board. Boswell missing field goals, like trash.
Yeah.
Trash.
And I'll add one more thing too. Like the Patriots beat the Browns earlier in the season, right? Myles Garrett had 5 sacks, and
That's what I'm saying.
and the Patriots wiped the floor with them.
Yep.
Like I understand that he's a guy that you have to scheme for, but like it, and I don't think the commentary team helped. They made it seem like such a big, oh my gosh, he got to get the sack record against Rodgers thing. Oh, it was terrible. It was absolutely brutal. But like you got to just play your own game. If he gets a sack, who cares? In the scheme of things, it doesn't matter. We're trying to make the playoffs.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
And now he's gonna hang that, and that's the first thing he said. Even though we played him the exact same way last time, that's the first thing that came out of his mouth. Oh yeah, they didn't want me to get the sack record. I'm gonna get it anyway though.
Yeah, he's about to destroy Joe Burrow this week.
Yeah, I think it's crazy how, real quick again, how it's like these teams are teaming up to beat Pittsburgh. Like, does anybody see this? Like, Derrick Henry's like, hey, go out there, go win, go win. You know what I'm saying? Go win. And then, Myles Garrett was like, oh, well, I hope, the Ravens get to beat up on the Steelers this week. Like, bro, like, why y'all teaming up against us? like, bro, I've never seen this before. I've never seen
wild.
Like, and then you talk about what happened, how the Browns got moved from Cleveland to Baltimore. Like, y'all the last two that should be helping each other. Like, if I'm the Browns, I'm not doing anything to help the Ravens. But that's a different topic. But I just thought that was wild how they're like openly helping each other, sending Flacco from the Browns to the Bengals, and like it's like the whole division's teaming up to try to beat Pittsburgh.
That
weird.
is true. I guess the Ravens, like, they did need the Browns to beat us, so like that's valid on their part. But like the Browns are like, I don't even know what they're on about. But like, man, that game just felt like it's a Saturday, and it's just like it was just so lackadaisical. You know what I mean? Like a Saturday. It's just like, okay, let's just go out here. Like the smell in the air gave me Saturday. I can't even explain it. But it wasn't like we just didn't go out there to play. We just went out there to go through the motions and throw go balls to Scotty Miller. What are we doing?
You might as well have me go out there and catch passes, man.
Give me that check too.
Scotty's never
I'll
been
take league minimum. I mean, I ain't even that greedy.
Right.
And then Marquez, bro, 3 in a row at the end of the game on a top 10 corner.
He had more targets that game. He had 9 targets. He had more targets than DK had all season in a game. He had more targets than DK had in a game all season.
But it's Rodgers' guy.
Whew, that's scary, man.
Did Metcalf not have more against Baltimore that 1 week? I think he had like 9. I think
that came out. That came out as a stat.
Marquez is getting way too many targets.
Yeah.
I mean, but then again, who do we have? I mean,
you got Connor. You got Connor.
Connor Hayward.
Yeah, Connor out there doing his thing, man.
Meatball out there, yo. And now
you got Roman Wilson. Where was Roman Wilson? Why is it? I saw him run blocking.
How dare you?
I saw him run blocking,
man. He got 9 snaps, man.
Don't see him.
He was run blocking.
He got as many snaps as MVS got targets.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
I'm Mike Tomlin. The standard is the standard. I'm so excited for Roman Wilson to get his opportunity. And then he gets 9 snaps, bro. It's ridiculous. It really is.
Yeah, so DK got 12 targets in that Baltimore game, and then he got 9 targets against Detroit and the last time we played Cleveland. Because, dude, that's the other thing people forget. When we beat Cleveland early in the season, he had 9 targets, 4 catches, 95 yards, and a touchdown.
Okay.
So you took out a huge piece with him getting suspended. Plus, you lose Darnell Washington to the broken arm mid-game.
Yeah, that broken arm, yeah.
I just don't understand. Everyone keeps saying that Arnie Smith is the freaking tight end guru, but like, why are we not in jumbo spreading out Jonnu and Freiermuth and throwing them the ball more? I just don't get it.
No, I don't get it either. Yep. I totally agree with that.
Until the last drive. Do you think?
Right.
And guess who had the headset? Because Artie Smith didn't. It was Perk Rogers. He had the headset. Let's go down this road, right? Swerve over here and talk about George Pickens 2.0, DK Metcalf, right? Because the Steelers have had 3 good shots at the playoffs after his suspension, right? It depends. Do you argue it is the fan in the wrong? Is DK in the wrong? What is your thoughts on it? And what does it mean for the team as well?
Boomin, I'll let you take this first.
So, so initially I was like, man, we better beat the Lions, because if we don't beat the Lions, we're in trouble. When it happened, I didn't, he didn't get ejected from the game, but I was like, we gotta win. Yeah. The only reason why they didn't, because it didn't happen in play. But I was like, we gotta win this game now, because if he gets suspended a game, at least we're up 2 games still to Baltimore. And so, I didn't anticipate a 2-game suspension, but so when that came out, I was like, that's just some typical going crazy on the Steelers stuff, like overreacting to stuff that happens with the Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, ultimately, I blame DK. I do blame DK, man, because one, you're the professional athlete. You shouldn't have even been over there. You know what I mean? I saw a podcast. They're like, oh yeah, fans be getting in players' heads. Hey man, stay over there though. Stay by your sideline. He walked. People was like, where was security? He walked around security to get to the fan. So yeah, I don't know. I blame DK. The fan. I'm not absolving the fan of anything, because the fan. Guess what? There are gonna be more fans just like him now. If people know they can get under DK's skin like that, there's going to be more. They're going to come out. That's what happens.
Yep.
If people know that something bothers you, they're going to do it more. And
but DK shows a history of that, though. I mean, look at current teammate him and Jalen Ramsey. I mean, Ramsey's a talker, and he used to get under DK's skin very, very easily. So it's not out of the realm of it's a thing that happens with him, but.
Yeah.
I agree with you. At the end of the day, he can't put himself in that situation. I mean, you can say the fan was in the wrong, which he was. You can say where was security, where was Steelers personnel when they saw him walking over there. But at the end of the day, dude's how old? He knows better than that. Don't even put yourself in the situation.
Yeah.
And he's 6'6", 250. Okay, if I was security, I'd say go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough too, because what he's saying, what this guy was saying about him, I get it, but at the same time, you still can't as soon as he walks over there, that's just too much. If you stay away from it, bring it up, hey, this fan's doing this fan's doing that, kick him out. That's where,
or even if you verbally say something back, all right, cool, that's better than going over there and taking a punch at somebody. He missed, but still, it's the action.
Here's what I think happened. So Jay Glazer reported on NFL Network or Fox Sports. I was at the game, so I didn't see it live, but I saw it on Twitter. He reports that this happened when he was playing for Seattle. All these racist comments, bad, disgusting things, right?
Okay.
And DK reported it to his security. He reported it to Lions security, everything. He did exactly what he was supposed to do. He didn't go over and swing. He didn't do anything like that. And then guy comes in. Nothing happens to him. He's still season ticket guy, probably down in, the 100s, the lower bowl. And DK sees the guy after the Ryan Kennedy guy, screams, DeKalin, almost as a taunt, right?
Yeah.
And let's pause a minute. DK should have never even looked into the crowd in the middle of a football game that we needed to win.
Right.
But I think that's where the thought process was for DK, right? Am I defending DK? No, in all caps with an exclamation mark, because I think what DK did was very selfish. Now, words, disgusting sometimes, very much so. And people have, gone to, all these crazy things that I'm not even going to go down into, but words can be very more harmful than action sometimes, right?
Yeah.
But DK, man, you just got to breathe and you just got to say, I've had trouble with this guy before. You got to do something about him, or third strike, you're out kind of thing. But I do think that DK's actions were selfish. Like, let's be honest. We win that game if he's in there. And it doesn't just affect him. It affects, like we can go all the way down to the Rooneys, his teammates, business owners in Pittsburgh that need the business of,
playoff game.
Playoff games, right? Like us, like we need the content, DK. What are you doing? You know
True.
what I mean?
I ain't think about it like that.
I mean,
it does trickle down, and this comes back to, all this time we have said we've needed a number 2 receiver who, if God forbid he got hurt or suspended, what are we going to do about it? And clearly we didn't have a good plan.
Yeah, he took himself out.
Yeah.
Okay,
the other thing I'll say about the fan too is like, I assume you guys saw his press conference. Like that,
I didn't watch it. I seen parts of it, but go ahead.
I didn't watch it either. Really, I saw parts of it too. I didn't watch the full thing, but the fact that he even had that tells me that he's in the wrong. And like, he said what DK said, and he's trying to get out ahead of all these rumors, all these things. Like, if that happened to me, I wouldn't be coming out and having a public press conference after a player like tries to hit me. You know what I mean? Like, that'd be all behind the scenes type of thing. I don't know. That really rubbed me the wrong way. But I agree with you. It still falls back on DK making a terrible, terrible decision.
I just don't like how they tried to make it seem like, so what you said with the person that reported it ended up being from like the previous time.
Yeah.
But it's like they was talking as if that happened this time. Mm-hmm. And it didn't happen this time like that. It happened last time like that. And so we all looking at videos trying to hear slurs and stuff. Yep. Like, well, we don't hear anything. No. Like, well, actually, it was the time before. Like, bro, nah, man. Like the time you didn't punch him the time before, right? But you punched him this. You tried to punch him this time. Like, nah, bro. I don't care how you slice it. He's wrong. He's wrong.
Yep, absolutely,
absolutely, 100% agree. And I'll bring this up as well. Like, who's to blame for not having a wide receiver too? Is it, obviously the initial point is DK, right? I think that we can all agree that he's the issue almost 100% here. But who does it fall on? You know what I mean? Does it fall on Tomlin for not utilizing a guy like Roman Wilson and not developing him? Does it fall on Aaron Rodgers for not looking his way? Does it fall on Aaron Rodgers for looking at Marquez Valdez-Scantling 1,003,000 times in the end zone with the game on the line?
Yeah.
Or does it fall on Khan? Where does it fall for you guys?
I think it's more of a Omar Khan / Mike Tomlin problem. Once the season starts, or let me rephrase it. Once the trade deadline's over, you're rolling with those 53 guys, right? Like, we brought in MBS and Thielen, like, in other ways, but like, if you don't have the pieces, especially in a position like wide receiver, if you don't have a wide receiver too before all that situation happens, like, you're not putting your team in the best situation. And it's not the players doing that, it's the management. So that is Khan and Tomlin. But when you are in a situation like this, when you're playing a bunch of wide receiver 3s, 4s, 5s and tight ends, you got to get creative. And that comes back to Tomlin and Smith not being scheme ready for a game like this.
Yep. I agree.
I just want to bring up something real quick. So May 7th, okay, the Steelers trade away George Pickens. Where's he now? He's competing for the number 1 spot in wide receiver yards. And we've had this conversation a million times before, right? We have. And I think that a lot of that is scheme related. And I don't think that he would have a load, I don't know if he even breaks 800 if he's here with us, maybe not even 600, right? But it gives you a guy where whenever DK's out, because look at what happened whenever CD Lamb was out for the Cowboys. He came in as a hero, right? And it also just helps with the threat. I'd also like to bring up at the trade deadline, I do know that the Steelers put in an offer for Jacoby Myers. Same offer as the Jaguars, right? And how's he doing right now? Well, I'll tell you. He has 37 receptions for almost 500 yards with 3 touchdowns, guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
And how many losses have they had since he's been on the team?
I don't think any.
I don't think he's lost anything yet.
I mean, maybe one, but let's look at Calvin Austin's stats here real quick, right? So Calvin Austin, say what you want about him, but he's only had 300 yards over the course of the season. He's missed a couple games, but he, only has 2 touchdowns as well. Darnell, one of your biggest threat, is going to be out. So, my question for Steelers Ravens, playoffs, basically. You're without your top weapon. You are without your top tight end weapon, arguably. What are you going to do?
2 of your top 10 highest paid players on your team are named Jonnu Smith and Pat Freiermuth. They have to be the primary options in this game. They have to be.
Yeah.
If they're not, we'll see them in Cancun next week. I'm serious because I mean, I would trust us to run the ball, right? Get Warren and Gainwell in the mix in this game, but we're gonna have to score some points against the Ravens. I don't know why Harbaugh all of a sudden just realized that Derrick Henry was on his team. But my assumption would be that this week they would be doing the same thing and trying to run the ball. So, they're going to put up some points.
And Drake meme,
So, Jonnu Smith, I don't think has even had 30 yards in a game yet.
He did rushing. What are we doing?
He's a tight end. He hasn't had 30 yards receiving in any game this season.
Yep.
In offense that's supposed to be centered around the tight end.
I totally agree with you.
Right.
I would play this game as if you're a tree and you need to go down into the roots. Okay, that's what the scheme is going to be called for this week. That's what I'm going to call it. It's called roots. Okay, you line up every single play under center, and you're doing 1 of 3 plays. It's like Madden. You got 3 plays in front of you. You got X, Y, and A. And that's it, period, for you, Tomlin. I know you're watching, okay? You're either running it with Kenneth Gainwell inside. I don't want any of that weird toss, flip, flick. You're running slants with Scotty and Marquez or Pat Muth and Jonnu.
Yeah.
That's it, period. And we just need to get the ball to Muth because Muth, I think, had 3, maybe 4 targets. How many receptions did he have, everybody? 3. So that means that he has caught 75% of his passes. He is a great receiver. He kind of does it all. He's flexible. He's good at that. And you go to a guy like
but he is a good receiver.
You know what's interesting about him having 3 catches on what did you say, 4 targets?
Yeah, I mean,
MVS also had 3 catches, and he had 9 targets for 21 yards.
Oh, wow.
His longest reception was 7.
Wow.
He had 3 catches. All of them were for 7 yards.
Terrible,
all 3 of them.
Every ball needs to go Jonnu and Muth's way. That's it.
I'm fine with Rodgers spreading the ball around. That's good, but you can't make the make or break situations on a guy that you signed within the month.
No.
Just can't do it.
When you see stuff like that, it just makes you think it is scripted. It doesn't make any sense for someone to have the experience that he has. It doesn't make. I don't care if it is your homeboy. You know it's not working.
Yep.
So he hasn't made it this far by continuing to bang on the door if it's not opening. He's smart enough to figure something else out. he's smart enough to call his own plays, but he's not smart enough to move on. Or Kenny G was wide open on that last play, wide open. He never even looked. He never even looked at that part of the field.
No, he had no thought other than throwing a ball to MVS on that last play. It's not like he has Devontae Adams anymore, who he can do that to, right? Who is a red zone threat, who does catch passes in the end zone when has PI draped all over him.
Do that.
Referee was standing right there. Like people, the ref was standing right there. He watched that man get tackled. Nothing. I
think it was PI.
It's definitely PI.
Was.
Yeah, it was.
But I always come back to I'm not a big this is the ref's fault because there's 60 minutes in that game and it shouldn't come down to one play. Shouldn't.
Agreed.
Especially against a 3-win team. What are we doing? Yeah. So Rodgers was talking today, right? And he said something complimenting to the Steeler fan base. He said that he doesn't ever, he was like, throughout my career, it's not very common that I have back-to-back stinkers. So, Boomin, we talked a lot about, Aaron Rodgers holds everyone accountable. Is he holding himself to that same standard? I think he is with that comment. He says, I haven't had many back-to-back stinkers because let's be honest, right? I'm a big Rodgers fan. I absolutely love Aaron Rodgers, right? He's one of my favorite players that have ever in the league, okay?
Yeah.
Especially this season. Absolutely love the guy.
Yeah.
I think he's realized that, and I think what happened the last time that the Steelers played like trash, and then the next week they come and play a divisional rival at home. It was the Chargers, and then it's the Bengals the next week, So I don't know. I think this game is going to go either
even
way.
the Bills, and then they played the Ravens the week after that, wasn't it?
Yep.
So it was just like, okay.
This team has handled adversity.
Some truth.
Exactly.
There's some truth. Yeah.
And I think he is holding himself accountable. And I hope that in that room, he's going to realize to himself when he's watching that film with the offense, he's going to say, okay, it's not Marquez because Kenny G has been your best receiver all year.
Yes,
Zap, what do we talk about 6, 5, and 4 weeks ago? The receptions.
He was number 2 in receptions and yards. Yeah, I'm gonna look up where that's at now.
No, you got to go to Kenny G this week. I
also think too, we talked going into or after that Ravens game because that was the last time we spoke before Detroit, correct?
Yep.
And one of the things we talked about was all right, the Steelers need to win 2 games here to get into the playoffs. So realistically, nothing changed. They lost to a team that they lose to at away or an away game often recently.
Yeah.
It's a divisional opponent. It really hasn't changed the, outcome or trajectory because we knew that it was probably going to come down to we got to have to beat the Ravens week 18.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, we've known that for 18 weeks, to be honest.
18 weeks. Exactly.
Yeah.
I knew that as soon as the schedule release dropped, I said, this is the game to get into the playoffs. I didn't think it'd be for sending the Ravens home, but I did think that it was for at least a playoff spot.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I mean, if you told us this, at the start of the season, I feel like everyone would be kind of cheering.
Yeah.
So how bad of a spot are we in right now? Because I think that if this team gets in, they could do some damage. I mean, DK will be well rested. I think if they get in, DK is going to be eyes should be red. His eyes are going to be red, right?
Yeah, he better be because right now we're missing him. He's our leading receiver. He has 59 catches, 850 yards.
Yep.
Pat Freiermuth has now officially passed Kenneth Gainwell. He has 435 to 422 for Gainwell. So he only has 13 more yards than Kenny G, but that's the guy you need to target. And because after that, Darnell Washington, he's out.
Yep.
And then you got Calvin Austin
for the season.
Jalen Warden
for the season.
Then you got Jonnu Smith and Roman Wilson still dragging behind with 166 yards. So your 2 running backs are in the 2 of your top 6 receivers.
Yeah.
See, I saw a stat today on Twitter, and it was PFF grades. It was DK was around these or 20 to 30, and then guess who number 2 was? Just guess. Everyone, write it down in the comments as you listen to this. because it was Roman Wilson. I'm a big Roman Wilson guy. I put on a couple bets before this season, with my buddies. I said, okay, here's a Benjamin Franklin that Roman Wilson gets over 500 yards. I put a $20 bill on it. Not looking too good right now unless he drops 350.
Yeah, you're cooked.
I'm cooked.
Yeah.
I'm cooked. But, I believe in him. I think that if he does leave, he'll turn into a Cooper Kupp. I think that he'll be later on in development. I think he's a good guy, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Did you see who was number 133?
So guess who number 131 and number 133 are? Scotty Miller and Marquez Valdez-Scantling at number 133. Wow.
Oh my goodness.
I was starstruck when I saw that because our top three of the top four wide receivers are going to play a significant role on Sunday.
Yeah.
And they can't even break the top 30. They can't even break the top, 70? Roman Wilson was somewhere around 70. So you got to have guys. This is why you go out and make the veteran moves in the offseason. Mm-hmm. Aaron Rodgers, Adam Thielen, Jalen Ramsey, et cetera, right? We can go on. This is where it's going to come into play. Is a guy like Patrick Queen going to step up against his former team? Are they going to? Yeah, exactly. Right. He seems to always do it at home. Always. But then again, last year, we beat them early in the year. They beat us later in the year. And then they beat us in the playoffs.
Yeah.
If I was in the Steelers locker room, I would be fuming right now. There would be smoke coming out of my ears remembering last season. And I think your X factor in Sunday night's game, it's not Aaron Rodgers. It's not the offense. It's on the defense. And it's on the line. And his name is Derek Harmon. We've seen a stat.
Yep.
He doesn't let up over 90 yards when he's in the game. He proved it when he played Baltimore. Was he in that Baltimore game? I can't remember now, actually, because I'm not sure.
I don't think he was.
I don't think he was either, because I think they got a lot of yards on the ground.
Yeah.
So
let's see. Derek Harmon, he played. I do not see Baltimore on his game log.
He wasn't in Baltimore, right? Because they did have a lot of yards on the ground. That running back too, they have broke a good one.
Yeah, he played against Chicago, and then didn't play again until Detroit.
So, is a guy like Derek Harmon gonna come in and make some plays, right? Because the way to win this game, I think, is to hold the Ravens in long distance, yard. If it's 2nd and 9, are they going to run it? If it's 2nd and 10, they're probably not going to run it. If it's 3rd and 6, they're probably not going to run it. And that's how you're going to win, right? Because last season we saw them go into the playoffs. They said, okay, we're going to get 3 yards on first down. We're going to get 4 yards on second down, and then we're going to get 1 yard, and then we're going to get another yard to get the first down. It's 4 down territory as long as we get it inside 2 yards. And they belittled us in Baltimore that game. And I
was there for it. I seen
you were there.
Oh yeah, second row.
It can't end.
Second row.
It can't end like that again.
But to your point, I was gonna say to your point. While we drafted, people was like, "Oh yeah, look at what he did in January against y'all." Steelers don't have an answer. I said, "Yeah, we do. It's called Derek Harmon and Y.A. Black." That was why they drafted those two guys.
Mm-hmm.
First round draft pick Derek Harmon. That's why we got him, was because of that game.
Yep.
So I'm confident, to your point, I'm confident that he can step in and make some noise. And week before last, you saw sets where him, YA, and Cam was on the field at the same time.
I like that.
So, yeah. So
it's going to be a game. It's going to be be physical. Yeah. And I don't know what way it's going to go. But Aaron Rodgers' last game cannot end as a regular season matchup. That's it.
Yeah.
And I think that Aaron Rodgers has done enough to earn the offense's respect, to earn the city's respect, to earn the defense's respect. Everyone's going to go out there to play.
Yeah.
And I'll ask this question to you guys. Would you guys rather have Lamar or Huntley? And I'd like to answer this question first, I guess. I mean, actually, no, I'll pass it on. I want to hear you guys, actually. Go ahead. We'll start with
No,
Zach.
go ahead, Zach. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've seen the Steelers lose to the Ravens backup quarterback before. But if you're telling me that we can have a game that has no Lamar Jackson in it, I'll take that all day. I don't care what form he's in. He's still an MVP. The dude can ball. I don't if he can't if he's not in the game, I'm not gonna be upset about it. Do I think that does he scare me at this point in the season with how their season's gone? No. But at the same time, like he still has that in him. And I would prefer, if that's an option, I'll take the backup quarterback.
Yeah, I was at that game too. Yeah, because Kenny Pickett went out with a concussion.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
Yep.
but and I say this though, if we would have had the team that we have now, even with a backup quarterback, I still think we won that game. Mitch Trubisky couldn't throw the ball for 5 yards.
Correct.
He couldn't throw. We talking about Aaron
bad.
Rodgers and all the quick passes. Mitch Trubisky couldn't even do that. So what are we saying? But to be honest with you, I'd rather have Lamar. You know what I'm saying? Because chances are he's not going to be 100%. So that's going to limit him in some capacity. Snoop, he has confidence. Like, I beat these dudes before.
Fair.
I'm a bust their ass again. Excuse my language. So I think that Snoop would be more of a problem because he got something. He really got something to prove.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna come out there with a chip on his shoulder and really try to put up like a Hall of Fame game type thing. Because you never know. He could be playing for a contract. He could be playing
That's
for a
fair.
starting job somewhere. He has more motivation to come out and beat us
That's
than
fair.
Lamar.
I also have seen too that there's rumors that Lamar wants out of
Yep.
Baltimore and wants to find his way down to Miami.
Yeah.
That's where he's from and everything like that. I saw that those rumors this week. So I
Yeah.
mean that's fair. Like Lamar
That's a
might
great-
not. He might be checked out a little bit and want to get out of there too. So you never know.
Great take, Bro. Yeah, I like that take a lot. I mean, I also feel like, we talked about like DK. Whenever DK is on the field, he gets doubled, right? What happens whenever you put Tyler Huntley in the game? Like, you're probably going to stack the box. The run's going to be limited. But the Ravens will be a lot more decisive. I think the Ravens will be a lot more decisive if Tyler Huntley's in there. And I'm going to be honest. I don't want to win this game. Like, it's just, it's like it's a walk in the park. That's not how I want to win this game.
Right.
If we're going to win this game, it's got to be, to the bone. It's got to be cold-blooded. It's got to be blue-collar. That's what the city is. And I think that this is a chance for us to get right back in. What happened the last time the Steelers beat the Ravens? We won the next 2 games after that, right?
Yeah.
This game is identity changing.
Mm-hmm.
And Lamar, he is heavily rumored to play, but John Harbaugh said he was a full go at practice. He'll be playing on Sunday, everybody.
He's playing.
Lamar's playing on Sunday.
He's playing.
Yeah, I agree.
And I like the take that Boomin said. I hadn't even thought about it. Huntley's playing for a contract. Because let's look at our own team here for a minute. Chris Boswell got his contract. He was kind of iffy about it. He got a raise after the 60-yarder in New York. And now what's happened? He's missed 2 field goals. He's missed field goals the last 2 weeks, right?
In the rain on that crappy field, though. I mean, the 30-yarder the week before, though.
Yeah.
Right? But
He missed one in the Chargers game too.
Yeah.
Yep. Look at a guy like Kenny G. He's playing for a contract. He's hungry for it. No one wanted the guy. He signed for $1.5 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give him all the money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Give him all the money. Give him $40.
Give him all of it.
Yeah.
I think that if I want to win this game, it's got to be all systems go. Who
Mhm.
cares? DK's out of it. I want Calvin.
Yep.
I want Thielen. And on the other side, I want every single person healthy. Because if we can't win that game, we don't deserve to make the playoffs.
I don't
agree.
disagree with you. I think this is very much a franchise altering game for whichever team loses, to be honest with you. I mean, you see the rumors from Adam Schefter about Tomlin maybe wanting to do TV. The fans in Baltimore are unhappy with Harbaugh. Lamar Jackson might want to be out. Who knows what's going on with Rodgers? Like, this could be an altering, like very much a franchise altering game for whichever team that loses. Will either of these franchises make those changes? Who knows? But, this could be the little stone that hits the boulder that just starts running down the hill for one of them. So
Yeah.
So Lamar's a free agent in 2027, right? So it's very possible we get another one, that kind of started with Le'Veon Bell. It's like, okay, if you're not going to pay me a year in advance, I'm not going to go out and play for you, right? So I think that him going down to Miami is a very possible thing. And I'm not going to get into that right now when it's, in preparation for week 18. But I do agree with you. I think whatever way this goes, there's going to be some serious changes. Because if Tomlin fumbles a division after being 9-6, going into Cleveland, and Baltimore starting 1-5 and still losing.
But
That'll
us
be
being
2 years in a row.
5-1 or 5, whatever it was.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that'll be 2 years in a row, bro.
I think that regardless, realistically, Tomlin will be here next year, right? But I mean, this could be Rodgers' future on the line. I feel like you would just have such a sour taste if you gave everything you had for week 18 weeks, and then your wide receiver one just goes and punches someone and kind of screws you over. It's just like, all right, screw the football world.
We haven't really touched on this, but real quick before we get into picks and all this stuff for this Ravens game, but the Steelers have already come out and said that they're going to uphold the guaranteed money in DK's contract. And I know this is going way back to earlier conversations, but what are your guys' thoughts about that? I mean, to me, that's how Steelers do business. They want to respect their guys and everything. But at the same time, if we lose this game and get bounced out of the playoffs, and the big reason was because DK wasn't there, it's not out of the realm of I think it's fair to question why they're giving them that. There was a reason that was in the contract, right? So
I think it's a mistake. I think it's a mistake. And we haven't really talked about this though, but like the playoff drought. There was, I put out a video. Terry Bradshaw said 9 years ago what his thoughts were on Mike Tomlin. We haven't won a playoff game since that video aired. We have not won a playoff game. You know what else hasn't happened since Dan Rooney passed away and Art Rooney II took over as the guy? We have not won a playoff game. That was 2017. So I think it was a mistake, but I say that to say I think Art Rooney II has done a lot of things wrong. I don't think he's running the team.
He's running like a business, not like a NFL team.
Yeah, and
not like a football team.
I think that was a complete mistake, a complete fumble on the team's part. You could have held that out. My bad. You could have held that out and made him actually sweat and actually make him go out there and want to play harder. You know what I'm saying?
Make it earn again.
You just lost all leverage. You had all the leverage and you just gave it right back.
Yeah.
All right, you ready for this take?
Let's hear it.
I think it was the right thing to do. I think it sends the wrong message, though. I'll tell you why. DK. Okay. He's in shambles. He just hit a fan. He's shaking in the locker room after the game. Tomlin says, okay, all right, get on the flight, go home. Next morning, he wakes up, goes by a day. He's still, flabbergasted from the weeks, prior. Ryan Kennedy, he doesn't know what's going to happen. Okay, he gets a call. He says, you know what, DK, we believe in you, and we got your back. We're not voiding anything, okay? This is your money. You've earned it. We just want you to show it. DK, here's that. A tear streams down his eye, like mine in Cleveland. And he says, I'm going to go out and put my heart out for this team when we make the playoffs. No matter what, I will die for this team. I think it was the right decision in that aspect because think about it. Would you want to go out and play for a team if they voided $45 million? Would you?
It's in your contract, dude.
It's in your contract.
But
it's a business.
It's in your contract. It's in your contract.
We
You can't blame the team. I'm sorry.
But what about no? I'm sorry to interrupt as well. But we just talked about Lamar. I mean, Lamar has these guarantees too. He might want out of there. He's not playing for the contract anymore. DK wouldn't I feel like it would just be like, okay, all right. Yes, it maybe ruins the hunger, but I actually think that it creates a respect level, and he's gonna go out there now and be like, he's just like, you pay for a flight, or whatever. I don't know. I just think
the respect should have been there to begin with, as a teammate. The respect should have been there because the game is bigger than you, the moment is bigger than you, and now we're sitting here having these discussions about scenarios that involve him not being there because he was selfish.
Mm-hmm.
Like there has to be something that the team can do. Yeah, you might in your mind be like, we're gonna pay DK the money anyway, but you don't come out and tell him that right now. Right now, we might not make the playoffs, but you already said, "Oh man, we're gonna guarantee your money."
So you want a guy nervous for the playoffs,
dude? If you walk into
is that a fair statement? I don't know.
Yeah,
Brian,
it is
if you
a fair
walk
statement.
into
Yeah,
if you walk into any NFL locker room, college locker room, high school locker room, every coach, I guarantee you, has said at least once this season, "This is a team. We are a team. You got to look out for the brother next to you. You got to do your job." DK did not do his job. He was selfish in that moment. To Boomin's point, you can't. You're just like it's almost like having like a kid, right? They do something bad, and you're like, here's your iPad. You're fine. Like I agree that it was the right thing to do to give him the money and like keep
but
that
not
up.
right now.
But
Not right
you don't
now.
need to come out and say that 2 days after the fact and just be like, yeah, it's fine.
That's fair. That's fair.
Because that's
But
what
it's
it
not
shows to me as a fan that they don't like. It was like, oh, they didn't even like think about it. Like this,
no
the dude,
accountability.
We do not
Yeah.
care.
exactly.
Yeah,
Listen, all I'm saying is if I'm DK, right, and I'm flabbergasted, I don't know if this guy's going to sue me. I don't know, what if I'm in trouble with the law. I don't know anything. And someone has my back. Think about it. When do you need picked up? You don't need it when you're standing up. You need it when you're on the ground.
Talk about it behind closed doors.
you can be there. You can be there for him without outwardly coming and say, "Oh, we're gonna pay him his money," because there's no accountability there.
In the NFL, guys, nothing goes under anyone's radar. Maybe it was under the radar, right? But maybe someone's like, oh, the assistant GM tells his brother, who then tells the scouting director. And then the scouting director is like, yo, bro, listen to this, to Steel City Facts on Instagram, right? Like Steel City, you know what I mean? Like it could be that. And, I feel like nothing in today's NFL goes under the radar. Brandon Ayuk was everywhere in the media, and that should have stayed in the doors completely, right? Yeah. We all know what happened there. But I don't know if they went out and were like posting it everywhere, like, oh yeah, guys, like we upheld his guarantees. Like, no, I think that someone just kind of dug a little bit too deep and they kind of leaked it. Like it wasn't like from the Steelers. All I'm saying is, it sends the wrong message. I'll admit that. But when we get into the playoffs, guys, like this guy's going to want to play, I think, because
I would have waited. I would have waited until the playoffs. Then
you would have waited.
I would just.
I would have let him sweat out the suspension.
Yeah, exactly. I would have waited until the playoffs. That way, when you come in, all right, bro, let's go, let's roll. You got your money. Let's get to it. You know what I mean? But right now, you guarantee that man his money, and we very likely could miss the playoffs because of him.
Mm-hmm.
So you think if we would have missed the playoffs, you're saying I'm not giving you any money?
Absolutely not.
But then,
absolutely not.
Who knows? Maybe you request a trade. You get me out of here.
Okay, bye. Because guess what? When we needed you most,
what are you gonna get for him?
When we needed you most, I'm trying to ask you a question. When we needed you most, you wasn't there. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're there or not, because when we needed you the most, you took yourself out of the game.
No, Boomin, I think that we're both right in some aspects here.
Yeah, I agree.
I also agree with you as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy is not very intelligent for what he did. But when you think about it as though, Boom, maybe like you just got suspended from school. And I don't know. Like, I'm trying to put this in a situation for us normal.
You got suspended from school. Okay. You got suspended. Okay. You got suspended from school for swinging at a teacher.
Okay.
Right. And you feel bad about the situation. They come back like, hey, don't worry about it. You ain't gonna get suspended or nothing. Whatever. You just whatever. Go home for the weekend. Come back Monday. We're good. No, you're not going to do that.
And I would be relieved, and I would never disrespect that teacher again in my life.
That's not teaching. No, that's not teaching nothing. That's not teaching nothing.
I think if you want to go to the high school route, dude, it would be like if you're the star quarterback of the team and you swung on a teacher and you got suspended from school and they said, oh, but our biggest game's tomorrow. You still playing that game.
He's gotten in his whole life. He probably gotten that treatment his whole life.
What side are you on?
I'm on Boomin's side. I
Really?
think that they should have waited and made the decision, even if they were going to give it to him, even if we didn't make the playoffs, which I think they were going to, obviously. I think you can't even like say anything publicly until the suspension's over. Like, I feel like it was just it gives the wrong message to the fans. Like
So
it
the
just
players,
yeah, and to
the
to the
next
teammate.
player that does that.
Yeah, correct. Like, because that tells the rest of the team, all right, well, I can go be a jag off, and the team will still just pay me my money. And, if it screws our season, who cares?
Okay.
What does that remind you of? Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell, Martavis Bryant. It just reminds you of all that all over again. Like they rewarded guys for bad behavior, for just wilding out. They still rewarded them, and this is no different than that.
I think in the short term, this is a great idea. I think in the long term, it could be a different story.
Fair.
Right?
Yeah.
I think that might be a better way to put it on my end, because what I'm thinking is, if I'm DK and I'm flabbergasted and I don't know what direction my life is going to take, never mind my football life, and the Rooneys or whoever came in and told him that and said, okay, we're gonna get you right here, man, but you got to come out and you got to play for us. You got to be a baller. There better not be any more of this nonsense. Okay. But then again, next season and the season after that, your money's guaranteed now. So like,
You think they ever had that? You think they ever had that conversation with George Pickens?
well, George Payton's only getting paid like $1 million a year, correct?
It don't matter. But it's the behavior. Like people said, DK ain't nothing but a bigger. He's a lab rat. He's just like George Pickens, but he looked like a lab experiment gone wrong. You feel me? Like, so it's the same type mentality guy. And I know they had GP. Don't be out there doing wrestling moves on people, dude. Like, that's gonna catch up to you. And he come right back out the next week off the top rope, going
I don't even know if
crazy.
they were saying anything. I don't even know if they were saying anything with how this.
I think that's part of the issue. I think that comes back
When he
to
was getting 15-yard penalties for doing the air
Mhm.
pistols, and like somebody said something, bro. Like, come on, if somebody said something, and he come out and do the exact same thing the next week, like nothing happened.
Man, I really pulled us into a rabbit hole with this conversation.
Yeah,
I like
I
it.
know.
Yeah, you did.
Zach, what were you doing? You know what you were doing too.
I mean, I feel like it was worth the conversation.
I do too.
It's a good conversation.
And I don't know, but guys, like, let's remember what color he's wearing. That right there, everybody, black and yellow. He's
Man, you're not bigger than the Shield, bro. You're not
Nope.
bigger. Like from a team sport guy, you're not bigger than the Shield.
Mhm.
You're not. I don't care how talented you are. You could be the best wide receiver in the league. That was the problem with Antonio Brown. They treated him like he was bigger than the Shield.
Yep.
And he was not. He was not. And
I'm with you 100% on that, Boomin.
So that's just what I've learned. You know what I'm saying? That's just my mentality. Like, you're not bigger. You're not, it's a team. You're not bigger than the team. I don't care what your talent level is, because like I said, we need you right now. We needed you in Cleveland.
Mhm.
We needed you in Cleveland.
Fair.
And you was not available because of your own actions.
I think,
And I love DK. Like, if he ever sees this, it's not a bashing session. I feel like there's a certain level of accountability there, as a man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we can't blame the fan. We have to look inside. We have to look at our actions and why we're not there, not the fan.
I mean, like, you'd hope DK's doing that whether he gets the money or not. But I mean, who knows?
I think so. To your point, I think ultimately he would have gotten his money. But all
Mhm.
I'm saying is, like, to Zap's point, as a parent, your kid acts up in school, you take their iPad, and then you cave. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Ronan's just used to getting the iPad.
I like the iPad. I like my iPad time, yo.
Hey, I had my PlayStation taken a couple times. You feel me? But
Yeah.
I wouldn't have learned that lesson. They would have gave it right back to me.
Mhm.
They hold that PlayStation for the weekend when I ain't got nothing else to do. That's usually my usual playing time.
Brutal.
Hey man, that's the terrible weekend. But when they give it back, it's like, all right, cool. I ain't gonna do that no more.
You kind of learned. Okay, yeah, no, I mean, I think both point, like, I think there's right and wrong in both points. Like, yeah,
So, but really, what this comes down to too is, I think it's been very clear where we stand on this. So he misses this game. Ronan, you keep saying like he's going to show up for the playoffs and be ready to go. So what do we think? We making it or not?
Steelers Ravens. It's came across my For You page a million times that this game shouldn't be played on Sunday night. It should be played not in Acrisure. It should be played in a dark alley, everybody. When the light's off, okay? And I'm going to be honest, I don't know what way it's going to go. Because as I sit here today, I have switched my mind left, right, and central on this game. I don't know if it's going to be 30-30. I don't know if it's going to be 3-1 with the first ever 1-point safety. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The offense is a struggle, things like that. But what do you value more? Do you value a team that's hotter with more weapons, or do you value a team with veteran presence? When Rodgers needs to go down and get his guys in the huddle right, is he going to make it happen? Is Adam Thielen going to come through with a catch? Is Jalen Warren going to bust a run? And look, today, NFL Network, 9 out of 10 people of the analysts
Pick the Ravens. Pick the Ravens.
I mean,
they always do. They always do.
Because guess what happened in week? Guess what the predictions were in week 14? Boomin, you can answer this one. It was the exact same.
Yep.
Exact same. And the Steelers went in there and dominated.
Well, and the Ravens are 5-2 on the road too.
They're 5-2.
Mm-hmm. I was listening to. I turned the radio on in the car today, and some NFL station on Sirius popped on, and Rod Woodson was getting interviewed, and he was like, "Yeah, the Ravens are 5-2. Like, there's fans that are saying that they're happy this game's on the road because they think it gives them a better chance to win, which tells me that the Ravens fans think that they can come into Pittsburgh and win. That should be every Steeler fan that hears that should be pissed off and make sure that stadium is rocking on Sunday night. But you know how our fans treat Sunday Night Football? They don't.
Yeah, they don't.
They don't.
Yeah.
They don't.
So
I mean,
I don't know, man. This gives me I was at this game too. Christmas game 2016 where we had the immaculate extension against the Ravens. Dude, I have not felt the stadium shake like that since.
I mean, this has to be a playoff atmosphere. If it's not,
it has to be.
What are we doing?
It has to be.
Exactly.
It has to be.
Because it is a playoff game. It is.
But I'll give you my prediction. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I got a score written down.
Go ahead.
What up, though?
Steelers 25-23. Close game. We're pulling it out.
Listen, I saw a couple of stats on the Steelers lately. Like, it was, I'm scared to even repeat them because they're good in our favor. And unfortunately, my predictions, they're bad luck. Okay, everybody, I'm telling you, it's bad luck. But
then keep it to yourself.
The Steelers are really good.
No, it's the opposite.
They're like 11-1 at home against a divisional rival under Mike Tomlin. And there's always been that weird kind of stat, like the Steelers have won 23 consecutive home playoff games. I always look for one of those. Aaron Rodgers, he's 4-1 against the Ravens in his career. Like, there are things like that point, okay, maybe. But he's 4-1, 11-1. This ain't no walk in the park, everybody. This is not going to be an easy game. Yeah. I'm going to predict a tie because then I can't jinx us either way. 17-17. Listen, I think realistically, though, it's going to be like 22-19. I don't know what way it's going to go. I think if you know me, you know what way I want to say, but I can't because I ain't going to jinx it like I did versus the Brownies.
Yeah. I think it's a 3-point game. I think Boswell.
Does he make up for it?
He has to.
I think this is the game to do it, and I think he can.
I think Boswell gets carried off the field. You feel me? Like he hit that field goal, he getting carried off the field, man.
Yeah. I agree.
So yeah, I think the odds last time I checked, Vegas had them winning by 3. I think we actually win by 3, going to the playoffs. I think we can win our first playoff game in 9 years.
I agree.
I think this team can beat anybody. The AFC is wide open, man. Mm-hmm. We just got to get in. the tournament.
Yep.
Just get
Boomin,
in
you asked
the
me.
tournament.
You asked me after that Bills game, right before we finished the pod. You said, "Do you think that this team would this shock you if this team made a playoff run?" And I said, "No." And you said, "Would it shock you for them to lose or not make the playoffs?" And I said, "No." And guess
Right.
what? We're still in that same
We're
situation.
still in the
Yep.
same situation. Yep.
Listen, all I know, hey, I don't know much, all right? But based on statistics this season, last time the Steelers beat the Ravens, we won 2 in a row afterward. So, Steelers beat the Ravens. Looks like we're going to Super Bowl, everybody. So, looks like
Hey, here we go.
here we go. I don't know. I think the veteran presence for me overweighs the hotness of Derrick Henry right now.
Hotness. He had one good game.
Well, and like we haven't talked about this. What he had to put his body through to even get ready for this game coming up against us. Like, I don't care how big somebody is, bro. Like, they body get broken down just like the rest of
They have an extra day rest too.
Yeah, so
That hurts us.
it does, but still, he got 36 carries or something like that.
That's
I mean,
Yep.
dude,
You're feeding him the rock, man.
it's cold weather. Cold weather, you out there hitting.
Yep.
You know just as well as I know. You hit your toe or something in the cold, it hurts way more than it would like on a, you know what I'm saying? So all that stuff has to be taken into consideration as well.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Listen, I don't know what way it's gonna go, but I really hope that this is not the last Steel City take. I really hope not.
I hope it's not either.
At least not while the Steelers are playing anyway. Hopefully we're back again next week. Win or loss. But I don't know. Are we good to wrap up? Is anything else here, guys? I think we're good.
We covered
Let's
it
go
all.
Steelers.
All right, everybody.
Let's get this win.
For tuning in. I'll see you guys at the game Sunday night. Here we go.
Yes,
Steelers.
sir.
Here we go. Thank you all for tuning in. Have a good one. Let's go.
Yes, sir.